This is Mustafa from Garrett Tech. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make your USB flash drive bootable with the Mavericks operating system. So I'm going to show you two ways, and the very first one, quickly, is you go to Google and just look up Disk Maker X. It's the first one right here. Website is very simple. Just scroll down and hit this link, and you should download the file needed. I've already downloaded it. It's right over here. So it's mounted. What you do, just slide Disk Maker X to your application folder. It's only 5 megabytes, I believe. So once you do that, it's quickly. There you go. Just confirm, open. Make sure you plug in your USB flash drive. As you can see, it has been mounted automatically. So now you have the option to choose Lion 1007, Mountain Lion, or Mavericks. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit Mavericks, and here it says I found a copy of the installed software folder. Do you wish to copy this? You say use this copy, and then which kind of disk you use. If you have a CD or anything, I have a thumb drive which is more than 8 gigabytes. So I'll do this. And then here are the disks you may want to. Mine is USB right here. This is this disk maker here. This is actually just the file that we mounted. But make sure you choose your USB or the thumb drive that you just plugged in. So remember its name and use it. Select, choose disk, and here it says it's a warning because it's gonna go ahead and erase all the data on your USB. So make sure that there is no important data on there. And then you hit erase, continue, and that's it. It's working. Just give it some time, and once it's done, it will be automatically mounted again, and you can use it to install your operating system, which I'm going to show you in the next step. So I'm going to go ahead and pause this video, and once it's done, I'm going to do the second way of making the USB flash drive. Basically, the process that we did with Disk Maker, it's going to be another process. It's just like very easy. It's just in copy and paste. So I'll see you shortly. By the way, I had to come back because it's, as you can see here, it's gonna prompt you with your password, the administrator password basically, and as you can see now it says it is copying. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pause the video, and when it's done I'll be right back. Welcome back, guys. We just finished copying the Mavericks operating system to our USB flash drive, and as you can see it has been mounted, and this is the file. Now the second way of making the Mavericks boot from the USB is as follow. So what you do, go to Disk Utilities and select your USB thumb drive. As you can see, I've renamed mine, and you go to Partition. You do partition 1 just in case if you're gonna use the whole the entire thumb drive. But if you want to do like 2 partitions, if you have like more space, like in my case I have 32 gigs, so you can do definitely 2 or 3, or depends, but I'll just choose 1 for the sake of this tutorial. And I'll do this, and then you go to option and make sure the GUID partition table is selected, hit OK, and then apply and hit partition. Once this is done, what we're gonna do, there is a command line that you have to type in, but you don't have to, since I'm gonna have it in the description. So you just copy and paste, and basically what we're going to do here, we are going unhide all the hidden folders. We do really need this for a reason, and I'm going to show you why we need it. So we just open a terminal, and if it's not down here, you just go to the search bar and type in terminal, and there you go. So here's the most important thing that you have to pay attention to. If you are doing this on a OS X Lion, Mountain Lion, or any version I mean later than 10.6 and above, make sure that you're not gonna have to do anything, but the finder and everything will stay the same. Like this word finder will be the same. But if you are doing this process from a Mavericks installed MacBook Pro or a Mac Air, so what you need to do is to change this uppercase F to a lowercase f. And if you don't do that, the hidden files won't show up. And just to do an example, I can show you. We're gonna go, by the way, to the not the Apple folder, I believe the application folder, like we did in the first. And then we go to the Install Mavericks, show packages, go to contents, go to shared support, and we mount the install ESD.amg. We just mount that, and this is what we do. So I'm running this. I have a Mavericks right now, so I'm running this off of Mavericks. So if you hit enter, files revealed, you don't see anything right now. And the reason why, like I said, this is because the uppercase F doesn't work with Mavericks for some reason. I don't have an explanation why. Apple might have, and just change this to lowercase. Files revealed. And there you go. Now we can see the hidden files. So what we need to do now is we choose our scan disk. We go to restore. The source is going to be the base system.dmg, and you just slide it right over there. And for the destination is going to be our scan disk. There you go. And we just hit restore, erase, type in your password if required. Busy, I believe I got to do. I have to do this first. Believe I have to slide in the Untitled, not the okay, now it works. The Untitled part. Okay, restore, erase. Type in the password. There you go. Now it's writing. So make sure you slide into this bar right here, the Untitled, the part of the flash drive that you have formatted, not the entire flash drive, not just the whole thing. So it's going to take roughly about 8 minutes. I'm just going to go ahead, pause the video, and I'll come right back once it's done. Guys, the process has been done, and as you can see, the USB has been mounted automatically. So the next step, we don't need this anymore, the disk utilities, we just close it down. The next step is we go to System folder, Installation, and this package alias or a shortcut, just make sure you delete it. Move to trash. Okay, so now we go back to the mounted OS X, this one right here. That we have mounted earlier. So just so you know that this is the install esd.dmg file that we mounted. So you go to package, you copy it, and then you paste it right here in this folder. And it's roughly 4.8 gigabytes. And just so you know that this is the last step to in the second process. If you want, while it's copying, I'm gonna really show you like the third process, which is the easiest, I believe. Let me see if I still have it somewhere over here. Yep, right here. So what you all need to do, you take the whole thing right here, you make sure you copy it, and then you go to your terminal and you paste it. But before you do paste it, you need to use disk utilities like we did before, right here, and you select your USB thumb drive and you format it using journaled the God, what is it? Right here, yes. You go to partition if you want to do a partition in it, or you go to erase and then you format it using the journaled Mac or OS X extended journaled. Once you do that, then you come right over here to the terminal, okay, and you paste the whole thing. Once you paste it, hit enter. It's gonna take some time, and your entire Mavericks operating system will be copied over to your USB thumb drive. But there is only one thing that I need to make sure that you are aware of. Do you see this name right here? It says Untitled. This must be the name for your USB thumb drive. If you have a different name, that name must be right here. Or what you can do, just name your USB flash, just name it Untitled, so to be on the safe side. Basically, like my here, where is it? It says OS X installed. No, that's the mounted, but we go to, oh, the system has given it a different name because we went through a couple processes. But what you need to do, you go rename your USB drive and then put Untitled as the name. Then the process should work. And if you see, before we finish, right here, this is an hidden file. Normally it's hidden so you don't see it. It keeps track of a lot of things that you do on your desktop, and it's the same in every folder. But you know, it's annoying to see it right over there. You can delete it, but as soon as you do something, it's gonna come right back, and actually that's not good. You see, it's right there. So what we need to do, go back to the terminal and you go back to the text file, go to the first one right here, copy, paste, and right here you need to make sure that Finder is lowercase, not uppercase, because if you do uppercase, it's not gonna work. So it's uppercase, and then if you come here to true, check that out and put false and all uppercase, and that's it. Here for say, you know, it's something fancy. You can do say files not revealed, and then you hit enter.
Files not revealed.
There you go. Everything has disappeared. Perfect. So once you guys are done copying the files, you should be good to go. So I'm gonna stop right here, but I'm gonna show you how to install it from the USB thumb drive. Hello guys, now that we are here to prove that the time we spent on prepping the USB flash drive was worth trying and testing, so we're gonna do it right now. As you can see, the USB is already plugged in. The computer that we intend to install the operating system on is all powered off. So we go ahead and start, but once we start, we have two options. One is to hold down the option button right there, which will give you the options to choose whether to boot from a hard drive or a partition or another device. You hold the C button right here after the beep sound. Once you start the Mac, you're basically telling the hardware or the computer to boot from either the CD or the USB drive if it's bootable. So let's do that again and try. Alright, I'm just gonna hold the option button and see if our USB will be on there. And I think we got it. So as you can see, this is it right there. And that's the name, OS X based system. If you remember, this is the name of my USB. Now we hit OK. I'm not going to go through the whole process of the installation because that takes roughly about 40 minutes, but I'm just going to go through the basics and the first steps that we need to do before we proceed with the installation. And this is very important because you need to format the hard drive, and also you need to, if you need to partition it, you can do that from here. So we're going to have a GUI using disk utility, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to use to format and install our operating system. So let's see. Okay, so now here it says setup. We hit continue. We agree. And this is it right there. And then we say yep. It says install right here, but before I want to partition my hard drive, so I'm going to disk utility right there. But in your case, if you don't need to partition your hard drive, you need just to go ahead and hit install, and you should be good to go. So this is it right here. Say select the whole thing, and I actually need 2 partitions. So first partition has like 100 megabyte. Let's do this. 105, and the second one's like 106. Okay, I just need like 100 megabytes. 100 gigabytes in the first one. Right there, roughly about 100, or I just can't type it in. Okay, and then I just hit apply, and then hit partition. And now it's partitioning, as you can see down there in the bar. And we're just going to wait for a couple seconds, and we will come right back. Okay, now we close disk utilities, and as you can see, now we have 2 partitions. We have this and this. So I decided to install the operating system on the first partition right there. We hit install, and then as you can see, it's 39 minutes. So you just do next. You're going to be prompted to choose your Wi-Fi, enter your password, login, name, and everything, picture. So then it will be up to you. So I just wanted to prove that what we went through is worth trying. So if you guys have any question, please feel free to comment or message me, and I'll be more than happy to assist if I can. And don't forget to subscribe and give us your feedback. Thank you so much.